Call the meeting to order. This is the regular meeting of the Harlingen HCISD Board of Trustees. This meeting has been posted in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. We do have a quorum, and I want to welcome all of you tonight to our regular board meeting. And we'll begin with a moment of silence. Would you please bear with me for a moment of silence? Thank you. And now we have Shane Strubart, Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Mr. President, board members, Dr. Noyola, administration, and audience. We are honored to have the Harlingen High School South Air Force Junior ROTC lead the pledge tonight. Audience, would you please rise? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Carry. Color. Right. Face. Forward. Arch.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Well, thank you. Awards and recognitions. We have recognition of All-Star Readers, Ms. Veronica Cartan.
Good evening, Mr. President, board members, Dr. Noyola, superintendent staff, and audience. Gives me great pleasure to be here this evening to be able to recognize our all-star readers. You know that we have had a huge push with our early literacy, and in particular working with our library media specialists to really bring literacy to the forefront. And so this evening it's a huge celebration because we have 163 all-star readers in our elementary schools. Huge round of applause for those students. So these students have read a minimum of 1 million words throughout the year.
Wow.
And so I want to take a minute to recognize them. I also want to take a second to say thank you to our library media specialists because they really lead this charge at our campus. And so this evening, we are going to recognize our campuses that have all-star readers. And I'll call out their names and then we'll take a quick photo. So Mr. President and board members, if you would please join me down here so that we can get ready to recognize our all-star readers. We are actually going to recognize the entire campus as a group. And so they'll come over here and smile real pretty with you all. We will start with Austin Elementary. Austin, come on up. Top readers, Irvin Aguilar, Hayden Davis, and Jonathan Trevino. Right over here. Congratulations. Next, we have Bonham Elementary. Top readers Monica Martinez, Ava Gomez, and Aiden Garcia. Bonham, join us. That it? Congratulations. Next, we have Bowie Elementary. Bowie, you coming up? We did have an all-star reader from Crockett Elementary, but I don't think he was able to join us this evening. So we're going to move on to Dishman Elementary. Congratulations. Got them all? Next, we have Sam Houston Elementary. One more. Next, we have Jefferson Elementary. Congratulations, guys. Next, we have Lamar Elementary. Congratulations. Next up, we have Long Elementary. Congratulations, guys. Next, we have Lee Means Elementary. Congratulations. Next, we have Milam Elementary.
Can I get a request from the fire marshal on the fireworks for the July 4th? Because now, now feels there aren't. So now, we have to, we would have gotten some type of bond from the fireworks company because that's what they should do. Fireworks. So we lease the property for $1 to the city. They'll take care of it. I think that's good. I don't know. It's up to the people.
Congratulations. Next, we have Rodriguez Elementary. Congratulations. Next, we have Stewart Place Elementary. Congratulations. Next, we have Treasure Hills Elementary. Congratulations. Next, we have Travis Elementary. Congratulations. Next, we have Wilson Elementary. Congratulations. And closing up our elementary awards for this month, we have Zavala Elementary. Congratulations. Thank you, board members and Dr. Neola, for helping us recognize these students. You can take that back to the campus.
She was outstanding. We told her we're gonna keep her.
Let me see. Yeah, this probably is. That's probably is. Yeah. Yeah, they were trying to get away.
That's what-
They were saying, well, just let him stay. Let him go home.
You have to get them in the
Oh, gee whiz, what time did your plane finally get here? 6:30? This one, we're going well. We started
policy. Yeah, very well.
We started a little bit late because, no, Greg was running a little bit late. No, a little bit.
That's right. That's what I heard.
Oh, great.
Yeah, these guys are getting out of hand.
For the record, please note the time of arrival of our superintendent, for the record.
He's out of order.
Let's move on.
Where were you, sir?
All righty, okay. Very well. We, again, let's, want to recognize and congratulate our all-star readers, 1 million words. That is a lot. And we know that reading is the gatekeeper for knowledge. We know that. So it's good to see with social media today that we're still reading. That is wonderful, right? Wonderful. Now we have the recognition of HCISD students who will be joining the U.S. military. Mr. Schubach.
Thank you, Mr. President, trustees, Dr. Cavazos, administration, and audience. Tonight, we recognize over 30 students from Harlingen High School, Harlingen High School South, and Early College High School for their decision to join the United States military. After making their mark at HCISD, these students are embarking on the next chapter in their lives with a sense of duty and service. The significance of this decision does not go unnoticed, as it will undoubtedly be a challenging, rewarding, and an exciting experience for each one of these students. This nation is the land of opportunity and freedom because our nation's armed forces help make it so. Tonight, we thank and honor these young men and women for their commitment in this honorable pursuit. Mr. President, Dr. Cavazos, would y'all please come forward to help us recognize these outstanding individuals. We will start with students enlisting in the United States Army. From Harlingen High School, Ricky Lee Acosta. Isaiah Michael Banda. Jacob Andrew Hallett. Alan Mancia. Antonio Marin. Luis Herrera. Arturo Melendez. Michaela Roberts. Pedro Rodriguez. Right here. Corey Valles. Ryan Villarreal. Now from Harlingen High School South, Josue Cantu. Antonio Dana. Anthony Malone. Mark Meneses. Alec Perez. Nope. Juan Ramos. Jonathan Velez. At this time, I'd like to ask the recruiters to come up, Staff Sergeant Galleta, and Sergeant Roberts.
All four branches. All four branches. Yeah. Oh, no, well, there's Navy over there, so. All of us?
Now we're moving on to the United States Air Force certificates. Yes, we still have some more. Just a few more. That was the largest group, was our Army. They did a great job of recruiting. But well, Navy guy's new, so he says he's going to be catching up next year. All right, from Harlingen High School South, Eliana Claudio. Unable to join us, no? Jorge Moran. And Frederick Latawan. Okay, board members, can we get the rest of the board members to come forward for a group photo with the Air Force? Many of our students have already left the Valley after enlisting, so they were unable to join us tonight. U.S. Marines, Harlingen High School, we had Samuel Matakin, and from South, we had Aaron Flores from the U.S. Marines. Also from the U.S. Coast Guard, we had from Harlingen High School, Jonathan Ibarra, and from South, Zale Osorio. And now we're moving on to the U.S. Navy, who is present tonight. From Harlingen High School, we have Jonathan Bosch. Nope. And from Andrew Anderson. Andrew's here. Andrew, can you just stand over here? I know, he's from Harlingen High School South, there was Cameron Palomo, and from Early College High School, Javier Chavez for the U.S. Navy. Let's give them a round of applause as well. I'd like to invite their recruiter, new to the Valley, Chief Joe Sloan, up for a group photo.
Mr. President.
Yes,
Go ahead, sir.
Dr. Pettis.
So I just wanted to say a few words of congratulations. It gives this board great pride to see our some of our best students going off to serve our country. True patriots, and we know you're going to do great things. I want you to remember, I'm a former military member myself. I was in the Navy. So I served 4 years in the Navy. I was a lieutenant when I got out, so that's a 03, like a captain in the Army or Air Force. When I got out, as a matter of fact, they wanted me to stay in, and I even got promoted after I got out, which sometimes they do to try to get you to sort of re-up, well, not re-enlist, isn't it? But anyway, so chose not to, but I guess officially I'm a lieutenant commander, but obviously that wasn't my long-term plans, but I can tell you that if I can share just a few words of advice with you, y'all are going to have so many opportunities, not only in whatever job rate, in the Navy it's a rate, whatever job you end up having. If you want to change, if you want to further your education, I will advise you to really learn from your senior enlisted and really learn from them. They have a lot of wisdom. They've been doing this stuff a long time, and they have some very brilliant enlisted people that I met. You're going to learn a lot from them, a lot of wisdom and things they've done in their lives and things they're doing sometimes on the side. A lot of people in the military have side jobs and things like that. It's just you're going to meet the most amazing people. Of course, not the case when you're abroad or overseas or at seas, but a lot of times you're going to meet the most amazing officers and learn from them as well. And please take advantage of opportunity to further your education. You're going to be given so many opportunities to do that. And that's going to make your time in the military more productive, your service more productive. It's going to make you a better soldier. It's going to make you, a better person once you get out as well, and give you more opportunities once you get out. So we're really proud of you. We know you're going to reflect great credit on your families, on this city, on this school district, and on this country. So we really appreciate your commitment to serve. You all are patriots, and hold your head up high and know that wherever you go, that you're representing Harlingen, and we're really proud of you. So congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck.
And thank you, Dr. Pettis. Now, Dr. Munoz.
Mr. President, thank you. I just want to say thank you guys for representing, of course, the Cardinals and the Hawks and Harlingen HCISD. And what you're doing is extremely honorable. While I was not in the military, I have been surrounded by family members who were in the military. And I'll tell you one thing, as Dr. Pettis has mentioned, you will encounter such amazing men and women. And the networking is just amazing. Take advantage of those opportunities. There are so many men and women that in my family that I've seen that they just know so many people throughout the world. They've learned so much, and they take it. Several of them have taken advantage of those opportunities. You're going to go beyond. You're going to go places you never thought of. You're going to see things you never dreamed of dreaming about, and the experience is going to be awesome. At the same time, let's not fool ourselves. It can be a dangerous thing. So we thank you for your sacrifice. What an honorable thing for you guys to do. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Dr. Munoz. We're extremely proud of you. May I ask, how many of you were in the ROTC here in high school? Wow, wonderful. You may recall a message if you were at the high school graduation. I talked about stand up. Remember that? Standing up. You're standing up for freedom. You're standing up for our democracy. It's about duty. It's about honor. It's about country. And because you're courageous, you've made that commitment to make sure our democracy remains strong. For that, we're indebted to you. We're proud of you, and congratulations and best to all of you. Thank you very much.
Let me just add, I don't think much more can be said than what's eloquently been said by my fellow board members, but I salute you. I'm honored, and I'll be honest with you, this is such a bright group of young men and women that are leaving our school district to represent our country, and I'm really proud of you all. And I really believe that this country's in good hands when we have people like you that are stepping up to serve. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And Dr. Cavazos.
Yes, Mr. Chair, just want to apologize for being late. I was at a UIL Legislative Council meeting, but didn't want to miss this opportunity to recognize the fact that you all have enlisted, and it's honorable work. We are very proud of you. We realize that because you've enlisted, you've also enlisted your entire family. And so we're not going to forget that. We're super proud of you. Protect your name wherever you are throughout the world. And advance the HCISD brand and advance your name. We're very proud of you. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your commitment to the branches of the military. We appreciate your service.
And now we have the recognition of the 2017 Region 1 Tepson of the Year Award. Ms. Laurie Romero.
Good evening, Mr. President, Dr. Cavazos, school board members, senior team, and audience. So I have the privilege this evening to present an award for our Tepson of the Year. I'm going to give you a little bit of the background. The Texas Elementary Principals and Supervisors Association, whose hallmark is educational leaders learning with and from each other, has served Texas pre-K through 8 school leaders since 1917. Member-owned and member-governed, TEPSA has more than 5,900 members who direct the activities of 3 million pre-K through 8 school children. This year, we're honored to have 2 administrators that are going to be recognized by TEPSA. For the TEPSON Award, applications are open to any active educator who is presently in preschool, elementary, or middle school education in Texas. The nominee must have served as a full-time school administrator and/or supervisor for at least 5 years in Texas. The nominee must have been a member of TEPSA for at least 5 years. Each of the 20 regions develops their own nomination procedures and processes to encourage nominations. Each of the 20 regions chooses a selection committee comprised of 3 or more individuals who represent recognized leadership in TEPSA, such as past nominees and past president. The 20 TEPSONs are going to be recognized at the summer conference in Austin tomorrow evening, and they will be receiving their awards. So I'm very honored to present to you our TEPSON Region 1 representative, Dr. Rosie Covarrubias. And if you'll please come down, school board members, and Dr. Cavazos, take a picture with her. I would like to recognize her family. They're all in the front row. Y'all please stand to be recognized. She has all her family here with her too. If you'll join us for a picture as well.
Again, we want to congratulate Dr. Cabarrubas, Region 1 TEPSA Principal of the Year. That speaks volumes. That's from Laredo to Brownsville. Almost 500,000 students. So we're so proud of you. Doing excellent work. The data, the evidence speaks for itself. You're doing a great job at Ben Mile Elementary. Congratulations.
So I'll continue. We didn't just stop at one award, we got 2 awards in the region. So our Region Assistant Principal of the Year, each year TEPSA also has, recognizes an assistant principal for the region. And they look at the recipient. They must be in his or her second year minimum as a TEPSA member and also as an assistant principal and hold a lifetime mid-management, standard mid-management, or standard principal certification. So this year, I'm also very pleased to announce that our Region 1 Assistant Principal, who can also apply for National Assistant Principal of the Year Award, is none other, and I will mention a protege of Dr. Covarrubias, Mr. Jesse Saldivar. If you'll come on down, Mr. Saldivar. I'd like to recognize his family as well, if y'all will join us over here. Mr. Saldivar will be recognized also tomorrow evening in Austin alongside of Dr. Covarrubias.
Again, congratulations. We're so proud of you, so proud of all of you. Thank you very much. Approval of minutes. May 2nd, 2017 Budget Workshop. What's your pleasure?
Mr. President, I move that the minutes for that meeting be approved as submitted.
Second the
We
motion?
have a motion by Mr. Power, second by Dr. Pettis. Is there discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. May 9th, 2017, regular board meeting.
Mr. President, move approval for the May 9th, 2017 regular board meeting minutes as presented.
Second the motion.
Motion by Dr. Pettis, second by Dr. Muniz. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Approval of consent calendar.
Mr. President, move approval of the consent calendar as presented.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Pettis, second by Mr. Powers. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, motion carries. Matters relating to curriculum and instruction. That would be, okay, we have approval of out-of-state trip for Harlingen High School South Orchestra to travel to Washington DC on June 5th through 8th. Is that 2007?
2018.
2018.
Is that 2018? Oh, wow. Okay.
Plan a little
And
early.
early. Fundraising.
Wow.
Yeah, we have to start fundraising for that.
My goodness, I said 18, okay.
Strike while the budget's hot.
That's right.
Got it. Timing is everything.
Wonderful.
Good evening, President McShann, Superintendent Dr. Cavazos, board members, senior team, and audience. I am requesting permission to travel to Washington, D.C. For an educational trip with approximately 50 students and 5 chaperones, June 5th through the 8th of 2018. All money for the trip will be raised by students and the Orchestra Booster Club, and we appreciate your support.
Wow.
Mr. President, I move for approval.
I second the motion.
Motion by Mr. Powers, second by Dr. Muniz. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Well, congratulations, getting a
Thank
head start.
Thank you.
Are you selling tickets already? There.
All right. All right, public comments. We have none. Okay. Matters relating to transformation school support, that would be Dr. Cavazos.
Yes, Mr. President, board members, senior team, and of course the audience. On June 6th, 2017, at 5 o'clock, we had our regularly scheduled Transforming Teaching and Learning Committee meeting. 2 topics were presented that set the course and the landscape for major undertaking next year. First topic was aligning the student learning objectives in the GT, pre-AP, and AP programs, thus doing a district-wide vertical alignment program to ensure that students can persist in the AP program and fare well with the AP exams. There will be a redesign of the GT curriculum and the program, and that work is underway. The pre-AP program will be looked at and studied to ensure that it is aligned with the AP program. We are having some camps over the summer that begin that work as well. Dr. Noyola, our Chief Academic Officer, presented that item. The second item was our dual enrollment program for 2017-18 update, presented by Melissa Parker and Veronica Corton. The first part of that presentation spoke to the changes that are happening at the Texas State Technical College and moving away from offering the academic core. And so we have begun our work in transitioning our dual enrollment program at the comprehensive high schools to Texas Southmost College. That work is almost 95% complete and will be ready for the new school year. Our goal is to expand our opportunities at the comprehensive high school to get closer to offering the entire academic core at the comprehensive high schools. Also, the second part of that was our early college high school program. And we're currently underway and have made a lot of momentum in starting a partnership with UTRGV, where they will begin to offer and partner with our early college high school, thus offering 3 programs. We're back mapping that. It'll be the academic core, it'll be a pathway to an engineering bachelor's degree, and it'll also be a pathway to a teaching degree. And so we will have 3 opportunities at the early college high school that will be seamless to UTRGV. That work is underway, and we plan to sign that MOU early part of the fall. I'm going to turn it over to our chair, who continues to do a phenomenal job, Dr. Pettis, and if he'd like to add anything.
And I wanted to apologize to the superintendent for his tardiness comment. He actually was at a UIL event, so please disregard my previous comment.
Take it out of the minutes.
Strike
Thank
it
you,
from the
sir.
record, please. No, so I just want to mention that I'm very proud of the work that we're doing to transform the GT and AP courses in the district, and obviously, most importantly, to scale them up. But while we're doing that, this district and the staff seem committed to increasing the rigor of the work and the relevance of learning in the classrooms, and I think that's paramount as we go forward, so that our kids are college ready. And so I'm really proud of that. And obviously, TSTC took a different direction with their college and backing out of the academic core. But I know that we're going to be in great hands with TSC and with UTRGV with the dual enrollment plan. And I'm really proud to see of the different pathways we're creating for not only degrees, but for career pathways. And so very, very exciting. This is what it's all about. But I think as we go forward, we just got to make sure that we have the rigor of the learning in the classrooms and the testing and everything else. It's not about the testing, but it's about the learning. We all know that, but we're still in a situation where college entrance and scholarships and everything else depend on SAT scores and everything else. And I can tell you firsthand, as being a physician, that it's all about the MCAT score, and other professions are the same way. So we have to start getting our kids ready for that. So really proud of the work that's being done. And thank you, Dr. Cavazos and Dr. Noyola and Cortan and, of course, all your senior team for bringing such great projects and letting the board share in that discussion in such an early stages. So appreciate the work and again, look forward to the next meeting.
Thank you.
Great job, Dr. Pettis. Definitely, I want to applaud our leadership, Dr. Cavazos, and your team for being able to pivot collaboratively with UTRGV and, of course, Texas Southmost College. It was certainly something that you did very quickly. I mean, very nimble. So we're proud of that, and thank you very much. Matters related to business services, internal audit quality report. Ms. Nelly Ledesma.
Thank you, Mr. McShann, members of the board, Dr. Cavazos, and senior staff members. The audit committee and I met earlier this afternoon and heard the following 3 audit reports: an audit of bank reconciliations, an audit of time and effort documentation, and an audit report on unannounced cash audits. These reports were discussed in depth with the audit committee, members, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have, unless y'all would like to elaborate on what we discussed. I know Dr. Muniz was.
I think he's just.
No, he just stepped out.
And Ms. Ledesma, very thorough report. I was at the meeting, and we want to say that the audit report was very thorough. And Mr. Cavazos, and thank you, working collaboratively with our internal auditor. The report really was thorough as usual, and the things identified certainly are being addressed. We appreciate that very much. And no other questions?
There's no action on this one.
No
Mr.
action.
President.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great report. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Ms. Ledesma. Thank you. Let's move to consideration to reject bid for the bogus stadium scoreboard base project CSP, the number CNST 0617-2. Mr. Cavazos and Mr. Julio Cavazos. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. McShann, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item 8B is consideration to reject bid for the Boga Stadium scoreboard base project. We received 1 proposal, and the proposal failed to respond to the required criteria as established by the board. We consider this bid unresponsive. This is for the base of the scoreboard. That's a brickwork. Again, we only received 1 proposal, and that proposal lacked a lot of information that was required based on the criteria that's established by the board. We're recommending rejection of the bid. We did discuss this at the facility committee meeting as well.
Okay.
So, Mike,
Go right ahead,
Mr.
Doc.
President, just a couple questions.
Yes, sir.
So, are you confident that, that we'll get somebody else to do that, number
Yeah.
one? And number two, I mean, obviously, we have only a finite amount of time
Sure.
during the summer to get this work done. And
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're working fast. We've seen the old scoreboard come down and everything else, but I just want to make sure that you have some reassurance. And I apologize, I was not at the facilities committee meeting. I'm sure you probably covered that, but
Absolutely, and we looked at our timeline. We do have a budget workshop on June the 27th. We are going to be getting proposals through a job order contract, and with a specified timeline, that we feel confident that we can get somebody on board.
thank you.
Very well. Thank you very much. Very responsive. What's your pleasure?
Mr. President, I move that we accept the recommendation of staff and reject the bid for Bogus Stadium scoreboard and put it out for rebids.
Second the motion.
Motion by Mr. Powers, second by Dr. Pettis. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consideration and approval to award a job order contract for construction services for fence project at Harlingen High School parking lot. Mr. Cavazos.
Thank you, Mr. McShann, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item 8C is consideration and approval of job order contract for the fence project at Harlingen High School parking lot. We are recommending Alpha Construction at a cost of $56,916. Again, we did discuss this at the facility committee meeting last week as well. And this is a 6-foot fence for security purposes there at Harlingen High School, running across Marshall Street.
Very well.
Mr. President, just a quick question. Was that 57,000 or 56,900, whatever, was that within budget? Was that kind of what we were expecting?
Yes, it is. This was one of the Form 3s that we call that principals request, and they had requested this at the beginning of last year. We were able to do it this summer.
Excellent. Mr. President, move approval for the job order contract for construction and services for the fence project at Harlingen High School parking lot as presented.
Second the motion.
Okay, motion by Dr. Pettis, second by Dr. Muniz. Is there discussion? See, Mr. Rios is in the audience. I'm sure you appreciate that.
He may help build it, I don't know.
We might not know. We won't do that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Consideration approval to award construction services contract for the HCISD re-roofing 2017 project.
Thank you, Mr. McShann, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item 8D is consideration and approval of re-roofing projects for Austin, Bonham, Coakley, Crockett, Houston, Treasure Hills. We did receive 2 proposals. The ranking committee met and ranked the proposals and is recommending top rank offerer of Rio Roofing at a cost of $629,500, and that's well within our budget as well. We're using local funds for this project.
Mr. President, I move for approval to award the construction service contract for the HCISD re-roofing 2017 project as recommended by staff for Rio Roofing.
I second the motion.
Motion by Mr. Powers, second by Dr. Muniz. Is there discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consideration and approval of the video surveillance system project for middle schools. Mr. Cavazos.
Yes, thank you, Mr. McShann, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item 8E is consideration and approval of the video surveillance systems for Gutierrez, Coakley, Vernon, and Vela. We did receive 6 proposals. The ranking committee met and ranked the proposals and is recommending the top rank offer of Kalen Security Solutions at a cost of $313,237.69. This was well within our budget as well. We did discuss this at the facility committee meeting as well.
Mr. President, I move for approval of the video surveillance system project for the middle schools as recommended by staff.
Second the motion.
We have a motion by Dr. Muniz, second by Dr. Pettis. Is there discussion? It's great work, good price.
Good price.
Excellent. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the motion carries. Matters relating to human services. Approval of revisions to policy FL local on first reading. Ms. Rosie Vargas.
Thank you, Mr. McShann, Dr. Cavazos, board members. We bring for your consideration and possible approval recommended revisions regarding policy FL local on first reading. This policy was thoroughly discussed at our policy audit committee meeting earlier this evening. Administration recommends approval on first reading, and we're glad to answer any questions this evening. And Dr. Muniz serves as our chair, and he may have additional information to share.
Yeah, we reviewed it really really thoroughly, and it makes sense, you know. We want to make sure that we don't release the information to the parents, or unless we have parents' permission, so it makes sense.
Excellent, excellent. And what's your pleasure?
Yeah, we'd like to make a motion for approval.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Muniz, second by Mr. Powers. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Matters relating to district operations, Facilities Committee report, Mr. Tapia.
Thank you, Board President McShann, members of the board, Dr. Cavazos. We held the Facilities Committee meeting on June 6th, 2017. Items on the agenda we discussed were the presentation of the 3-year school safety audit report presented by Fidel Hinojosa, our consultant from Region 1. Gave us very high marks on our district and our safety plans. We also discussed the demolition plans for the Harrison Street buildings in front of Vernon Middle School and our plans for the work this summer. And we also discussed the Bogus Stadium scoreboard and the scoreboard base project. The scoreboard is already down, the old one, and they're starting to put the new one up. And we also discussed some TRE projects, other Bogus Stadium projects such as the bleacher hand railing design project at Bogus that we should start later. They should start coming in later this week. Update on the athletic tracks at the Coakley and Vela and Gutierrez Middle Schools. Gave an update on the re-roofing and AC upgrades at Travis Elementary and a roof at Zavala. AC upgrades at Harlingen High School, where we are in that project. The relighting upgrades with LED fixtures at several elementary schools. We also gave an update on the baseball and softball field upgrades for the 2 high schools at Dixieland and Keys Fields. The parking lot improvements that are ongoing at Harlingen High School. And also discussed some upcoming projects, the electrical gear upgrades at Harlingen South and 2 elementary schools. And then several academy projects such as the Harlingen High School auto body and paint shop, the Media and Arts Communications Academy project, the upcoming metal canopy projects that we have bidding on as we speak, the re-roofing project and surveillance cameras that were approved here at today's meeting as well. We gave one update on the change orders for Harlingen High School and the AC project for $14,000. And finally, Julio Cavazos gave an update on the construction funds and other projects' financial reports. And at this time, I'll turn it over to Mr. Powers, our facilities chair, for any further questions.
Well, I want to compliment you and your staff and the district on the rating we got on our safety audit for the public. We were told point blank that we are the model for the district, that we set the standard. It made us extremely proud. The same last year, but our rating this year is even higher, and they're actually using Harlingen as a model for other districts in the region, and that's something we're very proud of. I also want to compliment Oscar and Mr. Gracia and Kenny Lee on the operations that are going on. You know, we had a graduation on Saturday night, and my office is right across the street from Vernon, and Monday morning, I mean, I drove to work and the scoreboard's coming down. The graders are tearing up the parking lot at Vernon to redo the parking lot, and I've actually had several people comment on how, you know, their parking lots being resurfaced all over, and all the work that's going on. I mean, y'all really actually, hit the ground totally running, and I commend you for that. I remember we were talking about the scoreboard being ready for football season. I think it's gonna be ready by the end of the month, the way they're going.
Yeah, they're going fast.
I mean,
If you need to use Mr. Powers' office as a staging area, feel free to do so.
Yeah, just come on over. I've got plenty of office space, and I'll move over to Dr. Pettis' office. So, but anyway, that's, and I think everything else is just going along very well. The re-roofing projects, the parking lot projects. So again, thank you for doing an outstanding job.
Thank you, Mr. Powers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tapia and Chairman Powers. Excellent report. And we have the approval of school board standing committee members for the 2017-2018 school year. And you have in your packet the committee, standing committee assignments, and the Policy Audit Committee, Chair Dr. Bobby Muniz, Benefits and Organizational Development Committee, Ms. Jerry Fleurier, Facilities Committee Chair, Mr. Greg Powers, and the Transforming Teaching and Learning Committee Chair, Dr. Nolan Pettis. What's your pleasure?
Mr. President, I move for approval of the school board standing committee members for the 2017-2018 school year.
I second the motion.
Motion by Dr. Muniz, second by Mr. Powers. Is there discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of campus assignments for board members for the 2017-2018 school year. You have that in your packet as well. Each board member is a liaison for a minimum of 4 campuses throughout the district. This has worked very, very well for us. You have your assignments. What's your pleasure?
President, move approval of the campus assignments for board members as presented.
We have a motion by Dr. Pettis and a second by Dr. Muniz. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now it is 7:59. We will adjourn to close our executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.071, 551.072, 551.074, and 551.082, the Open Meetings Act, for the following purposes: discuss employment of assistant principal at Sam Houston Elementary, discuss employment of assistant principal, talent reserve, discuss employment of teachers and other professional staff. It's 8:30. The board reconvene into open session for action on matters discussed in the executive session. Consider employment of assistant principal, Sam Houston Elementary.
Mr. President, I move that we accept the recommendation of the staff.
I second.
Motion by Mr. Powers, second by Dr. Muniz. Is there discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Consider employment of assistant principal, talent reserve.
Mr. President, I proudly make a motion to approve the employment of assistant principal for a talent reserve as recommended by our illustrious administration.
I second the
We have a
motion.
motion by Dr. Pettis, second by Dr. Muniz. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consider employment of teachers and other professional staff.
Mr. President, I move that we take the recommendation by staff for employment of teachers and other professionals as
Second.
presented.
Second the motion.
Motion by Dr. Muniz, second by Dr. Pettis. Is there discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes?
Aye.
The motion carries, and this regular board meeting is adjourned.